Hello, my beautiful people, and thank you for returning and listening to Dose of Diana. I have a very special guest in the building. Her name is Jennifer. I'm not going to give you her last name because I don't want any more stalkers for her because she already got enough stalkers. And if you know who I'm talking about, then, oh well, please don't stalk her. I met Jen through her sister Vanessa, and ever since I've met her, we've clicked. I've always seen her as a little sister, and sometimes be trying to give her like advice and shit.
Yeah, which I appreciate very much. I love it.
Yeah, but I wanted to have her on just because she's a special person, a special spirit. She's always been positive with all challenges, obstacles, and all that bullshit that's been thrown her way. But also, I am so excited to let y'all know that she has a new business venture, and it's called Jad3d, right?
Yes.
And Jaded, but JAD3,
Yep.
and then D, right?
Yep.
So why that?
So the whole basis of the name, and thank you for the introduction because I was the bomb.
All right. Hon, I try.
Is basically because I have such a strong relationship with my sisters, and it's the three of us, obviously, and so it basically symbolizes the power of three because they give me so much strength, and so the rule of three, everything that comes in threes is complete and perfect. So that's what the three symbolizes in Jaded.
Oh, y'all need to follow her on Instagram, and she has like a whole bunch of orders. So what's the turnaround time on?
So right now, because I'm so backed up, it's probably gonna be around. It depends. If it's like a customized piece, it would be like 2 weeks. But if it's just like a simple jaded piece that you've seen on the website, it would be like a week.
Okay, so you want to talk more about your website and, introduction to like, because I know when you gave me the bracelet, because she gave me a bracelet because I'm her people's.
Exactly.
Okay, so y'all got to pay. Don't go trying to get no freebies because it's not going to go down. But when she did give me the bracelet, she gave me a piece of paper that had a whole bunch of information on it explaining what the stones meant, what they were, the color, and all that stuff. So you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So I've been wanting to like launch the website and give like the backstory of what jaded means because it's bigger than just like a jewelry line. It's basically like a message that or personal mantra that I have that I want to pass along to people. And so with just the message of never being jaded no matter what happens in your life, the stones are actually like energized and I bless them in holy water. So just like, lavender or jade or what's another, a tiger's eye or like quartz, every crystal or gem has a specific healing aspect to it. Mm-hmm. And so on the paper that I provide to people, it breaks down like every color, and based on whatever it is that you need a little more help with in your life, whether it be like anger or stress or insomnia, it goes back centuries and centuries. Every stone or every stone color has a specific basically healing aspect to it.
Or energy, right?
Or energy, yeah. Mm-hmm. Because when you think about it, we're all energy. Crystals and like rocks and gems, they come from the earth, just like the lava rocks. Mm-hmm. It comes from lava, which is in the earth, obviously. And so if we're all energy and we wear something that goes back centuries and centuries that they used to use as like to heal people or to help with illnesses, if you're wearing something that's energetic, then obviously it's going to help with your own personal energy, blocking negative energies. And I believe in energy. I'm very sensitive to it. You're the same way, girl. Like you could meet somebody
off the top, off the rip, hater.
Exactly. Yep. That's why you have so many friends and people love you because they gravitate towards you.
Oh, thank you.
No,
same for you though.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I pull the wrong people, but I feel like
no, your problem is
I'm too nice to everyone.
You let everybody in.
Exactly. So,
but you're learning.
Exactly.
But that's how you learn.
Thanks to you and other people in my life who tell me right from wrong. But so yeah, it's the same concept. Like everything is energy, and if you're sensitive to it or you tap into that and you're aware, I feel like you know, you wear this piece, not only does it remind you for whatever it is in your life that you're going through, whatever obstacle, or if, like, for instance, I have like the jaded piece with the barbell on it or the dumbbell, right? Mm-hmm. That's like for people, if you have a fitness goal that you want to meet, you wear that, it's dope, it looks hot on your wrist, but at the same time, you'll look down on it and you'll be like,
let me get my ass in there.
Exactly, I have a goal. That's like anybody who writes notes to themselves, who sets an alarm on their phone, who writes things on the refrigerator, people who write things on sticky notes or puts them on a mirror. It's like, it's something that you're constantly wearing. It gives you good energy, and at the same time, it reminds you of whatever personal goal that you're trying to meet or hit or whatever, and always remind you, yeah, if you don't make it to the gym, then it's all good. You'll get there tomorrow. Don't let it discourage you. Never jaded. Like, you got it.
Dope.
Yeah.
Bracelets and necklaces. I've seen them online, Instagram, and she's also going to be launching a website soon. So we'll have more of that information very soon to you. Do you plan to expand and make it like a lifestyle? Because I know you touched on that a little bit about sharing. But what other pieces were you thinking about maybe doing? Like bracelets, necklaces? Are you thinking about maybe doing something else with it? T-shirts, you know?
So it's crazy because at first, I mean, I've had this idea for, I want to say, about 5 years, when it like really hit me that I wanted to do it. And you know, I love jewelry all my life.
Oh my God.
How many times? Please tell them the
stories. Oh my God. Let me
They
tell
have
you a
to know,
story.
so the
Sidebar. Sidebar, because the Lopez sis. Oh shit! I said your name.
Oh man, I'm exposed.
Oh no, she's exposed.
We have to stop this.
Well, the sisters wear all this damn jewelry, right?
So much.
For the time that I met her, this woman has worn so much jewelry, and I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks good. It wasn't crazy, but it was a few times where I was just like, you got too much shit on, right? And I would have like a sequin shirt or something, or a sweater, and she would give me a hug and get all snagged up in my shit.
Yes.
Because she had like 17 necklaces on. I'm like, damn, girl.
I'd be walking out the door and you'd be like, you'd check me out. You're like, wait a minute. You could lose a bangle.
Necklace?
You could lose a
maybe
necklace.
That choker.
Take off the choker. You don't need 3 necklaces and a choker. And those earrings are a little bit much for like the 14 rings you have on. So yeah, I definitely do love jewelry.
That's for damn sure.
Natalie knows.
Oh yeah, Natalie.
Natalie
was like, those girls, they ruined my sweater.
You know it. I've ruined a couple sweaters. I owe you that. Definitely.
Oh, she's gonna be looking for a discount. Yeah, I can't get no discount, by the way.
You deserve it for what my jewelry has done to you. So I got you, girl.
I know that you advertise on Instagram and stuff like that. Do you have any more marketing type aspirations? Like, are you trying?
So you asked me, right? Like, where I'm trying to take this. Mm-hmm. So again, like, I really wasn't, like, there wasn't a day where I sat down and I was like, I want to make jewelry, right? It was basically, if I could just tell you really quick, short story long.
Good thing.
Yeah. So, you know, if you look at me, what do you see? Like, as a person that personally knows me, but if you were to look at me from just the outside, what would you say, like, I was personality-wise?
Personality-wise?
Yeah, like, do you think, like, I'm hyper and positive and, like, what do you get? What impression would you get of me? Like, is someone that's naive? Like, have I been through stuff in life, or because I'm so positive? So, yeah, like,
positive.
what would you say if you saw me?
If I saw you and didn't know you, but it's kind of hard because I know you.
Yeah, but you know a little bit. Okay, no, even if you knowing me right now, like, what would you think about me?
I would think that
I've had a good life, like, very calm and positive. Like, what would you think?
I think that you've had a good life. I think that you've been very positive, like I said in the beginning. You know, even with struggles and obstacles and people hating, bitches hating. Mm-hmm. You know, you've been able to navigate through that. A lot of people can't and come out on the other side. So you've been through some shit, but I see that you stay positive.
Right?
You know, so.
The thing is, it's not like I sat down one day and I was like, oh, I'm going to make bracelets just because I need extra money. That wasn't the thing. That's just so crazy about it. So if I could just give you guys a quick, like, little story, right? So, like, I've been robbed at a bank. at gunpoint to my head, right? When I was like 17. That was traumatic. I've had relationships where, they didn't work out because of infidelity. I've had to deal with close family members passing away. I've dealt with people who I love, substance abuse, in and out of, like rehab and stuff like that. I've dealt with miscarriages. I've dealt with losing jobs, not getting into the college. Like, we all have, I feel like every single person has struggles, no matter how beautiful, how rich, how perfect. Like, we have our struggles, right? So if people look at me, you wouldn't think that I've been through all that, and rightfully so. Some people get jaded, right, to the point of no return, or it builds
or they'll say
fear.
something like, "Oh, you're so pretty. You don't have any
Naive.
problems."
Or people think I'm naive, right? Like, because I'm too nice. Like, Vane and you guys say I'm too nice, and I'm like Mother Teresa. You would think it was because I didn't experience or live through a lot in life. But it's like the people don't know, because obviously I value privacy and stuff like that. But at the same time, so I've gone through all these things, and every time in my journal, after I wrote a journal entry that I've had since college, I'd write "Never Jaded," because my main goal in life was to always be like, yo, I didn't get that job, or, I was at a job for 7 years and they didn't compensate me. I wasn't, challenged enough, blah, blah, blah. So I'm getting up every morning. I'm thankful for a job because I'm a thankful person, but I'm driving to work and I'm not fully happy. So if I'm getting up every morning and the universe knows this, right? I eventually get laid off, 7 years at this job. So I'm home, and obviously I'm sad about it. I'm like, oh my God, nobody wants to be,
laid off.
Yeah, nobody wants to be unemployed. So, I would have my moment, and then I would be like, you know what? Oh, hell no, I'm not going to let this jade me. I'm going to get the job and apply for the job that I feel is out of my element. I'm going to get a better job that pays what I want, and I'm just going to keep going. Same with relationships. As many relationships, long-term relationships, not just short-term, but long-term relationships that I have. Like, there was infidelity involved. There's things that happen in the relationship where I could be that girl to be like, I'm not going to trust no man. They're all the same. Or women. Or a man never trusting a woman because they've been cheated on. And I would always say, yeah, I've had my moments where I'm like, screw this, but I'm still hopeless romantic, because I'm never going to give that much to a person to have that much control over my emotions. To let me be that person that I could possibly meet someone and they could be the love of my life. So I'm still hopeless romantic, even through all the struggles I've been with. And that I just put that, I used to write that in my journals every single time after, like, I'm not going to let life jade me. Oh, health, anything. I'm just gonna continue to be better, because I feel like so many people go through so many things, and it jades them and it makes them scared, so they don't open up to people, or they don't go for that job, or they were on a strict eating regimen on the keto diet, and then they don't make it, and they're like, I'm gonna go back to eating like shit, and then they stay stuck there or build walls with things. And I feel like if people change their mindset and was like, I'm going to let the negative that's affected my life be positive, and change, like I said, let the negative evoke the positive, then we would be so much happier. We'd be helping people. Girls wouldn't be talking so much shit about other girls. Men wouldn't be so fucking mean. Excuse my French, I'm sorry.
Do your thing, girl. You can cuss. Fuck, motherfucker, bitch. Do your thing.
So I'm sorry, but that's what happened. So one time I'm sitting there, and I've always loved jade and stuff, and I've always like been fascinated with like rock formation. And who could say, you can't tell me you can't see a beautiful rock or crystal, and the lights is just so beautiful and stuff. And I've worked for a bunch of naturopathic doctors, so due to the fact, unfortunately, that I've had someone so close in my life have substance abuse issues, I don't believe in prescription anything. So working for natural doctors, knowing that people use like prayer or healing crystals, whatever. So one day I was sitting there, and it just hit me. Like, I was like, I want to do something that, even if I have a message that I know will resonate with people, because it resonated with me.
Right.
This is what's got me through all that stuff I just mentioned, to still be happy and positive and have the strength to help anybody. And that I'm too nice and I want to help everyone, even when I need to be helping myself. But I was like, if even 20 people buy this and they could call me and be like, yo, Jen, thanks so much. Like, I look down at this and it's given me a driving force to be better, then my job is done. So eventually...
And you sold 20.
I've sold
You sold more than that.
I think it's up to like 150
There you go.
in 5 months.
That's awesome.
So this is like crazy for me, and it's super amazing. And then eventually, like, what I want to do is like, one idea is I want to go to like a veterans home, like a community place, and have veterans make bracelets with me and then sell them and then give some of the proceeds to
that's a great
veterans,
idea.
or like go to a homeless shelter in Hartford. But that's in the future.
Right.
These are just some things I want to do, so that at least I'm giving back in some way and just keeping that message going. Obviously, everyone wants to be successful, and it's just cool that I actually just one day was like, I'm gonna do this. I turned 35. Yes, I'm 35.
And that's
What the
okay.
hell happened? I turned 35.
35 flew by, girl.
Yes, and I was like, you know what?
Just like 44 flew by for me.
Exactly. You know what? You don't look 45.
And you don't look 35, so we all good.
Exactly. And you're looking better than ever, girl. But yeah, and I was like, I'm just gonna do it. I was like, what is there to lose? And I'm just loving how the feedback that I'm getting from people, like, it's actually people like that whole Never Jaded thing.
Because it's coming from a true place.
It is.
If it was coming from a fake place, people would see through it. Now, let me tell you, when you first sent me a friend request on Instagram, I was like, who the hell? Jaded, who the hell is this?
You're like, this is a fake.
Then I started
page,
looking
so
through.
stop.
And I was like, oh shit, it's Jaded!
Yay.
Do you know who your competitors are locally?
I don't.
You don't?
No. So
let-
you know what? You know what's funny? It's like it's everything is brand new right now. I'm just learning everything. Like, if I'm being honest, I dream about beads. Like, there's not one day that's gone by since I started this that I'm not like learning new things. I'm not on the internet. I don't see who my competitors are locally, but I'm coming for you. No, sorry, I'm joking. But I'll be honest, like, I have reached out to a few people that are popular with like that has like a similar, not like the whole Jaded thing with like natural, but they have like bracelets that are popular, and I've asked them like, hey, you know, what do you do to kind of stay true to yourself, because there's a million bracelet and jewelry companies out there, right? And they were like, just stick to your story.
Yeah.
That's what makes you different. That's, people can buy rings and bracelets, they're everywhere. But if your backstory and if you're passionate about it, they're like, you know, that your originality is what's gonna make your, you know, jewelry sell. And I'm more about just passing along positivity, to be honest with you. Like, it just gives
For
me
real,
so much
because
joy.
there's so many people walking around that woe is me type freaking attitude that drives me insane.
This is what happened to me. My boyfriend cheated on me. I lost that job. I did this, and they become victims to it, and then they get to this place where they're so like afraid or, you know, mad about it, where they just speak, and it's like you're only hurting yourself. Like,
Let me
if
tell
everyone
you.
thought about that.
I sit in my job, and I never say where I work, but I sit in a front cube, and a row over, there is like 4 or 5 people, and all they do is complain all day long.
Doesn't that just drain your energy?
It don't drain my energy, because I put on.
You have that.
It don't
Jaded piece
listen.
on.
I put on my headphones,
Yeah.
and I listen to La Mega and NYC. Alex Sensation be having me all day, but it's just amazing to me that that energy is constant every single day, and then it becomes addictive, because then everybody else starts doing the same
Because
shit.
they wanna
So then there's,
complain.
instead
It's
of
a
4,
chain
there's like
reaction.
8 people.
Yep, I'll
Doing the
complaining
same
about
shit.
What they're mad about.
No,
and how
complaining
they're-
about the weather, complaining about their job, complaining about their dog, complaining. It's like, first of all, you woke up this morning.
Exactly.
Second of all, when you open your eyes, you're able to see.
Exactly.
Third of all, you can hear, you can touch, you can walk, you can smell, you can eat. You like,
Exactly. See, that's so crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
I think about the same thing, Diana. Like, any day that I'm even, you know, because everybody has their days where they're feeling, you know, defeated for whatever it is. You could be feeling sick. You could be like stressed out about something, whatever it is. And I have those days, and immediately, like, it's crazy because the more you practice it, the more it becomes like just second nature to you. So anytime I'm having a day like that, I'd be like, my mom's alive. My dad's alive. I have beautiful sisters. I have great friends. I'm not in a third world country where there's wars going on. If I'm being serious, like I think about being homeless or starving. And I think that before, I want to say, not that I was ever that bad, but before, you get so caught up in the bullshit of social media. And people and their dramas.
Those are the weeds, girl. Yes. Those are the weeds.
And you almost forget about, like, life and your own life, and you get too involved in other people's lives, and then their jadedness kind of just rubs off on you in a way where you're like doing the same shit, but it's just like
you're caught up in it.
Yeah, no, and then it's like I've had to get so many people out of my life, and I've never been happier, girl. This small circle that I have, it's the best.
Well, the thing is that Facebook becomes a rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? You keep scrolling. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
That's why to me, it's like I always said, Facebook and Instagram to me are platforms to either advertise your business, entertainment, or anything like that. The moment someone starts posting some stuff about their relationship or anything like crazy, if you need help, there should be people in your like you should not be putting your business out on Facebook and all that stuff.
Diana, that's for attention.
Exactly.
That's because
like
they
that
want
is
people to know their business, because if you're going through something so difficult in life, right? Whether it's a friend that betrayed you, you're having personal home life issues, within your relationship, who on social media is going to help you?
If nothing else, they're going to freaking have ammunition to talk about you.
That's exactly right.
Like, yo, did you see this person's post?
Yeah, that's what
Screenshot it, text it to somebody else.
They want that. That's what they want. That's why they post, because anybody in the real world who's going through something, they're not going to be writing about it on social media if they really needed that much help.
Right.
They're going to be talking to their friend. They're going to be praying to God. I'm a Christian woman, and my faith is super strong right now. So, and you think if I'm going through something that I'm going to post it on Facebook, there's no one on Facebook who I can't call if they're my true friend that's going to help me on Facebook. All I'm doing is making my business available for everyone else to talk about. Like, I don't get that at all when people do that. I'm like,
so
that's
ridiculous.
It's bad. And then they wonder why they can't get over whatever it is they're going through, because they're just feeding that fire. Now there's people calling, reminding them of what
it was.
And then the girl don't check the Facebook page until a week later. So even if she forgot about it a week later,
there it is.
Chimed in on it a week later when she got
or a
back
year later.
And she's happy.
Or a year later.
Yeah, when it comes up as a memory. So then she got over it when she was fighting with her boyfriend. She's like, I hate him, this and that, bashing the boyfriend. A week goes by. She's happy, and then the friend comes in and reminds them of why she was mad a week ago, and then she mad at her boyfriend again. Like, don't give people that much, like,
power
over your feelings and your life. That's another thing. Like, people are it's great to be open. I feel like people need to be more open about the right things.
Exactly.
There's such a stigma with people who have issues, whether it's, again,
mental
or substance abuse. Like, I have someone in my life, very close to my life, that deals with that, and I've struggled with them to help them. So I would never, bash someone who's going through that, but at the same time, it's like people should help one another. They want to talk about stuff, that's the stuff they should be talking about on social media.
Exactly.
To help one another. Nobody cares if your baby daddy went back to his old baby mama and then did that. The only people who care about that is the people that are miserable in their life and that want someone else to make them more, be like, oh, my life isn't as bad as theirs.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's like, I don't get it. I feel like people just need to be more positive and stop competing with negative stuff. Like, I feel like everyone's competing, like, my life is worse than yours.
Or my life is better than yours. Look at this great party. Oh my God, look at this great... Stop. It's just like...
if you're satisfied with yourself and what you got going on in your life, you're not going to need that social media's approval for every single thing that you do.
Exactly. All right, so back to my questions.
Sorry.
No, we can go off. It's good. Do you have a business plan? You were saying everything is still brand new.
Everything is still brand new.
But let me just tell you why a business plan is good. It gives you direction. It defines objectives and maps out any future strategies to achieve goals. And it helps manage possible bumps in the road, which you're dealing with right now, as you told me.
Yes.
You're learning and you're doing. But describe to me who your customer is.
Okay, so this is a this is tricky because everyone is my customer. If I could just off the top of my head, so I had one woman who reached out to me that her best friend committed suicide, and this is a white woman who lives in Longmeadow, right? Early 20s. Then I had a woman who reached out to me who was about 40, black African American woman whose sister just died of lupus at the age of like 24 or something. Then I have the guys who own barbershops. I don't know your barbershop. I would have shouted you out. I'm sorry. He owns a barbershop, and he does it just because he thought it was dope to have a crown on his, blinged out crown. So we have like the urban guys. And then I have like my friend Linda, who is my yoga instructor who I go to. Shout out to her. And she's in her 60s and she loves like the yoga-esque ones. And that's just the thing about Jaded. Like, there's not a certain, like, I talk to people and they're like, Jen, you should have, which eventually I will, like, the Valentine's Day one, the different collections, which I want to do. But I want to be able to pertain to everyone and every situation. And if can I tell you a little story of how this kind of came up too? So, about 4 years ago, I had just broken up with my man, right? And I was sitting at home, and Vanessa and Denise found out about it. So I'm like devastated. Crying was the day after. And anytime I break up or go through something, Vanessa and Denise show up at the door, no lie, with a bottle of wine, a carton of ice cream, nail polish remover, my favorite cupcakes, Hostess cupcakes, and alcohol, right? And they'll come in with like pizza from George's, whatever. It's been so many different breakups that I don't remember completely what the package. So they would sit there to make me feel better. They'd come with like this care package. And so I remember one day thinking, I was like, why isn't there, everything is so cookie cutter. Like there's designs like Alex and Ani, which are dope, or like whatever, where everything is so nice, right? Like, oh, it's clean. It's like love and this and that. And I was like, I wish that there should be a jewelry line. Like when you get laid off, there should be a jewelry line where there's like a pen or a notepad hanging from your wrist to show you that you lost that job for a better one, or a broken heart charm, where it'll be like that guy it didn't work out because God has a better guy for you. Or if you lost a baby, there would be a charm of an angel because you were meant to experience that, and yeah, you lost the baby, but maybe it was for a reason. Maybe he was going to be sick. Maybe it was whatever. So I was like, I wish there was something that a girl who just broke up with her man, like when I did, would have something to remind her that, yeah, it broke up because when you're breaking up or you're going through something horrible, you don't see the light and stuff. So I was like, why can't there be a jewelry line that's raw and edgy and trendy to be like, I'm not going to pretend this never happened. I'm not going to try and cover the sky with my eyes. Yeah, you know what? You're going through something difficult and you're going to get over it. So wear that and wear it proud. And instead of people feeling like they're victims and they're jaded and be embarrassed about the struggles. Everybody goes through a struggle. I don't care. Again, rich, poor, beautiful. Everybody has gone through something.
Everybody has a struggle bus.
Exactly. So nobody can judge anybody else. So why do people try and pretend, no, my life is so perfect? No, this has never happened to me. Yeah, again, I value privacy, but at the same time, I feel like people like me would appreciate something that it's like, yeah, you know what, that happened, and I'm still a beautiful person. I'm still positive. I'm not broken. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're all a little jaded. I feel like every single person's gone through something that affected them, their choices, moving on. But that doesn't mean that you can't be 100% better than you were as a person ever. So.
But you learn from the jadedness.
Always, yeah, I'm jaded and I'm proud of it. I say that all the time. I learn every single thing that bad has happened, even though in some situations might have taken me a little longer to get over than the other ones, has made me the person that I am today. And I've never been happier in my life. I've never had a stronger faith and relationship with God. I'm so grateful for everything, and I'm so motivated. And the funny thing about it is, before I felt like, I needed help. Not that I don't appreciate my family, my friends, and like whatever, but you almost feel like you need, acceptance from people or things. And I got to the point in my life with that mantra that I don't need anybody. Like if I believe in myself and know that anything is possible and know that tough things are gonna happen, but I'm gonna make it through just like I have, then I'm unstoppable.
Yep.
And I don't care what anybody else thinks, and nobody should either. As long as you're not affecting anybody in a negative way.
In a negative way, exactly.
Then do you, and you shouldn't live. You shouldn't
be living your life for other
people or what they think is, like non-orthodox. If you don't live their certain way, that's not a happy life, or that you're not happy. And
look at these people with 3 and 4 wives.
Exactly.
Them bitches happy as hell.
Hell yes. I watched that show. I'm like, how's she not jealous? How they not getting into cat fights?
Because one of them is pleasing to do, the other one was washing clothes,
and the other one doesn't even want to be bothered.
Exactly.
Like, I need the day off. Thank you.
I don't gotta work. I can stay home. All right.
Exactly. It's my day to watch my shows. Like, yes, keep him, take him for the week. I mean, to each his own. If you like it, I love it. Exactly. If you like it, I love it. That's right.
For real.
That's gonna be on my next basic. The like it, I love it.
Yep. Collection. If you like it, I love it.
If you like it, I'm not even joking. That's the next one.
Do you think?
Inspired by.
If you like it, I love it. There's another one. Be perfect in your imperfections.
Yes.
Because nobody's fucking perfect.
Nobody's
and if you're perfect, don't come my way. I'm not interested in knowing you. Because if you haven't been through anything, then we don't need to share the same space. I'll break you down so quick.
Who the hell wants to be with someone who's never experienced? That's like Ted Bundy.
That's how you bond with people.
Ted Bundy.
If
oh my God. Affects you, that's Ted
Listen,
Bundy. I've been watching the documentary. That's
I have to.
How do I watch that when I'm by myself?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not by myself. I have a bodyguard, and there's a huge dog.
And there's like dogs and shit on that building.
Yeah.
So you're good.
And I have a gun.
And your neighbors too.
Yeah.
You have a gun?
I don't have a gun. I'm just joking.
She got her beads. Y'all better be fucking careful, all right?
Exactly.
Oh shit! Let me see what else I have here for you. So how much? Let's see. How much time have you put into like packaging and stuff like that? Because I know I've read some of your comments on some of your customers, and they love your packaging. See, mine was like given to me by her hands, so I'm special. But I heard that people I heard that people like your packaging and stuff like that.
So my packaging is pretty cool. I did a lot of research, and I was like, I didn't want a box because everybody gets, you go to the store and you see those boxes everywhere. I didn't want like the little drawstring bags.
Oh, like that.
It's just, I feel like it's everywhere. So I was like, my packaging, obviously, it's silver. Mm-hmm. And it's almost like, I'm sorry to say, because this
you didn't spray paint it silver, right?
No, I didn't. I didn't spray paint it silver, but a lot of the guys are like, yo, Jen, you're selling your jewelry in drug bags. So I guess that's what they compare to. It's basically like those Ziploc looking kind of bags. Yeah. And it's like clear on one side and then my logo's on the other one. Mm-hmm. But it's so durable. Like you can use those bags again. Like the bigger ones, you can put like jewelry in there if you want to keep the bag. You can keep it to like just put anything.
Recycle.
Recycle, exactly. Recycle. And so and then it's silver, so they just look cool. And I found them with a distributor in China, and that's where I'm getting them from. And it takes extra long for me to get the stuff, so I think I might have to go find someone more local. But no, I love them. And so then I was trying to figure out a way, like I wanted everyone to have like the paper that has like all the explanation of all the beads, which it doesn't have all of them on there, because I'm eventually, obviously, I want to keep progressing and getting better product and stuff like that. But I was like, I don't just want to fold a piece of paper and put it in there. I'm like, I want it to be about love, and when they get this, I want to feel the positivity. So I learned how to make origami hearts. Aww. So I make an origami heart with all the product information. I put it in there so everybody gets a piece of my heart, because I put it into my jewelry. And then I put like the
that's so personal.
Yeah, so I literally sit there with my family.
So you give yourself more work.
Yeah, more work, and it takes time. Like, and I make origami hearts for everyone. That's why everyone loved. They're like, oh my god, the heart was so. Yeah, it took me a while to learn that origami heart, but I can make them things real fast now. So
Okay.
I'm an origamist now, if that's the word. So I'll have like my nephews, Vane and her husband, and they'll help me, and mom and dad, they'll help me make origami hearts and stuff. And then I put the cleaning wipes because obviously they're stone, they're real stone, so they will tarnish just like a rock. If you drop it, it might break. I mean, these things aren't plastic. So I have the cleaning wipes with it, the tarnishing cloths, and then the jaded piece, of course, the most important. Yeah.
So proud of you.
Thank you.
So she is.
I'm in Avon too. Can I shout out my
Yeah,
girl?
shout out Avon. Shout out
I-
your Instagram, your Facebook, whatever you want to shout out.
So my girlfriend Paige, she's awesome. She owns Afterglow in Avon, Connecticut. That's where I get my lashes done. I have them done right now. They look fabulous, right? Look,
Yes,
do you
they
love
do.
them?
I was checking them out earlier.
Thank you. So she does my lashes, and she is now selling my collection there.
Hey.
And then I have two more people who might want to, work with me. One is in Longmeadow, Mass. It's a medical marijuana dispensary, and he wants me to do the bracelets with like pot plants on them and very Bob Marley-ish colors and stuff. And then my girlfriend Paige knows someone else who owns a boutique who's interested in probably working with me too. And then I'm gonna have the website, which is neverjaded.com, and it's spelled, jaded is with a 3. So I'm kind of overwhelmed right now, so that's good.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you.
I just want people to, honestly, just be happier and help each other and motivate themselves, because I feel like, there would be so much more love in the world if we stop thinking so negative all the damn time, or feeling like we can't accomplish shit or help each other, Like, can I just tell one more story? Okay. So, perfect example. My girlfriend comes over the other day, and she was in a relationship with a guy. They were married, and she has 3 kids. After a very long abusive relationship, she finally moved out, and the new guys that she was seeing were just as bad or worse than her ex-husband. And we were talking about Jada, because she was like, I love that idea, whatever, etc. And then I was like, thank you. I was like, you should really implement that in your life. And she said to me, well, Jen, nobody's gonna want me. That's why I date these guys, because I have 3 kids, and this is what I deserve. Like, no man's gonna want a woman who's divorced and this and this and that. And that right there was one of the reasons why I'm like, we totally need this message out there for people. Like, she's so jaded. She, whatever her ex-husband told her, stuck with her, and now she feels like she isn't even enough for the next man. So she dates men who are equivalent or worse than her ex-husband. It's like, women, come on. You are better than that. You don't have to be a victim of your past. We don't ever have to be victims of our past.
Know your worth.
Yes, that's it.
Know your worth. So.
Yeah, so I just want to tell people, don't be jaded. Let the negative evoke the positive. And, just like the secret book, and how they say you manifest things in your life and you put the vision boards, your mind is the most powerful thing in the world. They say that, right? Like, if you think that you're sick, you will physically
physically be sick. Yes.
Stress is a killer.
Anxiety is a killer.
Exactly. Anxiety, all this stuff. It's like, think about if you just change your thought process, and every little bad thing, I'm telling you, whatever you're going through, if you really said to yourself, put faith in God or whoever you believe in, whatever God, and say to yourself, this is bad happening because something better is coming, and have faith, you can cut your time of suffering in half. You know what I mean? And just think that. Just say, this bad happened, but I'm never going to be jaded by it. And always give every chance, an equal opportunity, or, don't be biased or whatever. And you just be so much happier.
So with the looks come some brains over here.
You know.
That was a compliment.
Thank you. I didn't know what to say. That was really good when I was taken aback. Thank you. Thank you. You know?
Well, I don't have a lot of ugly friends, so
You don't.
that's mean to say. Oh my God.
No,
Oh well. I think everybody's beautiful.
Yeah, you do. You say hello, beautiful people. That's how you start your podcast. Are you kidding me? Everybody's beautiful.
Everybody's beautiful.
And if they're not as physically beautiful, their soul is beautiful.
Their soul is
Not all the time.
exactly.
There you go. See that? See that?
Exactly. There's always something good in people. Sometimes people don't like my brutally honest personality, but
I love it.
thank you. I
Very
love you
much.
too. Thank you for coming on my show.
Thank you for having
People,
me.
you guys have to buy her bracelets. They're amazing. They're great quality. She ships. Her website's going to be up. They range from $25 to about $150 depending on how, customized you want them to be. If you want them blinged out, if she has to send for a specific stone, if they have to be, if they're holy water, or if she has to do any type of special, any type of thing. You talk to her, I'm sure she got you, but if it has special stuff, you're going to have to spend special money.
I like that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, exactly. Special money.
Because people want customized stuff, but then they want to be cheap. And if she has great stones, great quality, you got to pay for it. Like, come on. But anyways, thank you so much, Jenny, for coming on Dose of Diana.
You're very welcome. This was awesome. And guys, remember, never jaded, okay?
Hey.
Hey.
Have a great weekend and see you next week. Bye. Oh, by the way, don't let anybody steal your joy. I forget to say that.
Yes.
I love to say that. Don't let anybody steal your shit.
That's right.
Your joy, your money, your Jordans. I don't know.
Just nothing that belongs
Nothing.
to you.
Exactly. Your heart. Shit. Fuck.
No, keep that.
All right. Bye.